Hi, my name is Amy Marc-Charles, and I'm an independent Velata consultant and superstar director. And today I want to show you how to make my chicken burrito bowl using Velata's smoky sweet chipotle rub. It's delicious. It's kind of got like a Latin American, like Mexican feel to it. It's really, really yummy. So I'm actually going to make this. It's a crock pot meal, and I'm putting it together right now. I've already put my chicken in. I will show you the full recipe with all the ingredients and all of the measurements in the description of this video, so you can check that out. You can see it. No need to write anything down. And I'm actually doubling my recipe that I'm doing right now because I'm cooking for a friend, taking dinner to someone who had a baby recently. So be sure to look at the actual measurements in the description of the video. So first, I've just put my chicken breast in the crock pot. I've trimmed it up. The recipe includes 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm quickly going to do 4. Measurements in cooking don't have to be exact. Just sort of, kind of. So you're using 2 tablespoons of olive oil for 1 single serving. You're doing a 14-ounce can of diced tomatoes. Juice and all can go in there. You're doing a regular, like, 14.5, 15-ounce can of black beans. I've already strained or drained these, got all the juice out because I don't like the bean juice to be in there. So you're using your diced tomatoes, your black beans, okay, and then the secret ingredient is the smoky sweet chipotle rub. You're going to do 2 tablespoons. I'm doing 4 because I'm doing double recipe. And then 2 cloves of garlic. The thing about garlic is, if you are going to be making a lot of meals, if you cook a lot, I just decided that I don't really want to have to cut up garlic all the time. I used to always have fresh garlic in the pantry, and now I just buy these little jars of minced up, pre-minced garlic. And most of them, when you buy them, it'll tell you how much equals a clove. But for most of them, it's about a half a teaspoon. So the recipe calls for 2 cloves, so I'm actually putting 4. And really, I'm going to kind of do a little bit extra because this is a crock pot meal, and I like things really garlicky. Now, my recipe is good enough, but I really like things garlicky. And did you know that when a lot of ingredients, but garlic especially, under a lot of heat, which, if they cook 6 to 8 hours, if it cooks 6 to 8 hours in a crock pot, that's a lot of heat for a long amount of time. The strength of the flavor of the garlic actually diminishes as it cooks. And so sometimes at the very end, I like to add a little bit more garlic, or when it comes time to serve the meal, I always do this with a crock pot meal. Right before I serve it, I taste it, I test it. If I think it needs more garlic, I add more garlic. If I think it needs salt and pepper, I can add that. Sometimes we'll add a little bit more of our rub that we're using, just depending on how I feel that day, really, or how strong I want it to be. So you can change my recipe up however you want. You can use more or less. Doesn't hurt my feelings. Do what you want to do. Okay, so we just did our garlic, and then we're going to do 2 cups of chicken broth. And, is that right? Yep. And I'm actually going to do this whole box. It's 32 ounces, so that's 4 cups. I like these boxed broths because if you don't use all of it, they're really great to just stick in the fridge until you are ready to use them. And that's it. So what's going to happen is there's a lot of liquid in here, but it's going to be cooking 6 to 8 hours on low. If you didn't have enough time, you could probably cut that in half and actually put it like on a high heat. And actually, I'm going to stick this in on high for a couple of hours at first because this is a double batch, so it should actually take a little bit longer to cook, all of the meat especially. So about 30 minutes before you want to serve your meal, you're going to add in some brown rice. Oh, actually, shred your chicken. It's going to be all the way cooked, really tender. Get 2 forks and just shred your chicken even while it's in the pot. You can do that. Then stir in your brown rice, kind of mix it all up and get it evenly distributed with the other ingredients and with your liquid, and then recover it and cook it for about 30 minutes. And then just like 5 minutes before you're going to serve it, top it with your cheese, cover it up. You can even turn it off and just let the cheese melt. And then what you'll do is you can spoon this out into bowls and top it with some like sliced up green onion and some fresh tomatoes, and it's so yummy and ooey gooey and very, very filling. And I think you're gonna love it. If you have any questions, let me know. My website also is below in the description in the video, and if you need help finding your smoky sweet chipotle rub, let me know and I can help hook you up with that. So thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this recipe.